Okay, hey guys, welcome to another trade review. So we're gonna look at this trade that I done during 23rd of September. So just want to show you why I was planning to go long, because trading at all-time highs, we don't pick the top. So primarily my bias is bullish, and because dollar already took out this pre-market high and it trade lower, then later it retraced right here back to a premium. That's why, and we left this equal lows on dollar. That's why I just took this trade based on what dollar is doing, and based on the intermarket it just looked great for a bullish move. And that's why you can see me just entering with that fair value gap, and also the inversion fair value gap. So at this point, what we want to see is actually price poke into the fair value gap, then just expands higher. Or at least we don't want to see price, the bodies of the candle violates the fair value gap. And you can see it did it right away from here. But my stop loss is here because I'm treating that order block as a last line of defense. Because we also have a daily BC confluence, and the quadrants, the upper quadrant is right at that order block. That is what makes this a high probability order block, and that is what make it my last line of defense. And you can see me typing, have to see reaction right here, because it's not okay. It's permissible for price to violate the fair value gap low when we are bullish, but once it does that, basically we want to see reaction right after it, or else it's probably just a high resistance run. It's probably might be just an offside trade and stuff. So just looking at the order block right now, because I want to see price confirms that it is an order block. And yeah, we did see some expansion. You can see ES is the leading one. So if I had trade ES, it would be a nicer trade. But nevertheless, I was trading based on the intermarket, so it does not really matter. And just a very nice expansion right there. So from here onwards, okay, that is where we want to just measure order flow. Just look at order flow and see, does it constantly give us feedback that it wants to continue higher. And you can see those white lines I draw is obviously a balanced price range, and then we can see dollar just dropping lower. So that is basically what we want to see. And yeah, from here things just look good. It's the end of the 950 to 1010 macro, and basically right here, okay, in the perfect condition, price will have already reached out for here, these equal highs, which is where my target would be. But instead, what it does, it breached the balance price range that I just draw, and then it came back to the order block. So treating this as a reclaim order block right now. So you can see me type, okay, price, the order block is still holding price, and then boom, it just stops me out. So that's the first trade. Now it's 10:30. Okay, another reason for the second trade is because for just now the first trade, it was just like a 15-point stop loss like that. No, I think it was just a 10-point stop loss. So my rules allows me to take 1% risk a day. That's why I can afford this second trade. And why am I taking this trade? Because we already have, okay, maximum carnage done. Sell side is already taken. Okay, lower lows. Price keep making lower lows until 10 o'clock. It just chops. Then later 10:30, price reacts from the daily fair gap midpoint, trades higher. Then we have a market structure shift. So this whole thing is the model 2022. And I just use that fair gap as the silver bullet right now. And I want to see is this inversion failure gap act as a balanced price finish, which means price should just explode right from here and just breach all these lines. Okay, this one is the current day first presented failure gap. I'll see prices trade higher, then use it as support and trade higher again towards this blue line, which is the draw on liquidity. And so far, things look good. And you can see me typing, next candle have to expand higher, leave a swing low, because that is what I want to see, a swing low with the tail, with the consequential encroachment of the tail not reached is a signature of strength. And basically what I want to see is prices leave like that, a swing low, then just explode higher, going to the next premium array to treat it as discount. So basically just like rock climbing. And if price does not do so, basically you really know that it's high probability, it's a high risk, high resistance run, and sometimes it's just not worth the risk. But in terms of this trade, it's quite okay. And you can see the what price did. It violates the low of my silver bullet entry again. And yep, that is exactly not what we want to see. But still, intermarket looked good, so I want to see immediate reaction. And price did not do it. That's why you see I just manually closed the trade because what I wanted to see was, like I said, it leave a swing low right here. Then after this candle, it expands higher. Then use the next premium arrays to trade higher, but it did not do so. What it does instead is it just trades to the low of the failure gap. Then later, this next candle just was inside of the failure gap also. So the trade idea that I want is just not there. That's why I just close the trade because yeah, you can get lucky sometimes. Sometimes you can be just right about the direction, but prices turn out to be a high resistance run, and suddenly it just pop up to your drawn liquidity. But those kind of trades are not the trade that I want to take. Yeah, so you can see that manually closing the trade is managing risk for me because generally I only want to be in I only want to be in low resistance run. I want to see prices, trade towards a premium from a discount very easily with low resistance. Treating all premium as discount, and then just treating discount arrays like springboard. So those are the conditions that I want to trade in. And yeah, right now in a losing streak. Whole September there wasn't a single winning trade, and yeah, basically yeah, whole September I only took like 5 trades, and 5 was not a winning trade also. But to me, it's all within the risk parameters. That's why my account is still there, and the drawdown is not a major drawdown also. In fact, I just need one easy trade to get it all back. So that is one thing that I realized. Trading this year have made me progress into a real trader. Okay, making me closer to my goals. Because taking all this trade, I did not even hesitate. I just like, okay, we have manipulation. Okay, then accumulation phase is already done. Then just take an entry for continuation, because if price is in the buy program, it's probably a good trade. And if price isn't, risk management will just keep me in a long game. You know, Also my entries are all done in a low risk region. All the entries are very nice, and you know I was not impulsive about any entries, and I always measure whether is this setup worth the risk or not. Like, does the potential reward, low hanging fruit reward, give me at least at least more than 1% profit. So in terms of Nasdaq, Does my low hanging fruit give me at least 30 to 40 points? And these are all the things that, trading over time have built this um this kind of trail of thoughts and this kind of thinking. And it's just the same every single time I lose a trade, or if I'm in drawdown, or if I'm in a losing streak. Does not matter because this is actually the first time I've been in such a losing streak. And taking away August because I did not trade in August at all, never even touched the markets with live fund. And then come September, it was just all like I missed the first portion of the September, first week of September because of life getting in the way because I was working and stuff. So yeah, that is just that. Does not really matter. But right now, just looking at the way I trade, it just gives me the confidence of whether I'm in a drawdown or whatever. I can see the end of every drawdown right now, and it is not a hard thing for me also. So I'm very blessed to be able to be where I am right now. No doubt, still have not seen consistent profits, but at least I'm still in the long game. At least I'm doing the right things. At least I'm building myself up to be a very profitable trader.